Good morning, guys. It's Thursday and day 1 of my juice cleanse. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliana. If you're new here, I am a third-year law student in New York, and today's vlog is going to be about outlining, and I'm also juicing. Who in their right mind juices in law school? Well, I do. I think it went well, and I finished my juicing last night. So without further ado, let's just get into this video. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit subscribe. I'm on to my second juice of the day. I spent a lot of time just like sitting here at my desk and didn't vlog that portion of the morning. So it's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I definitely need to speed up my drinking process though, because I have 6 juices to drink and I'm only on number 2. So, ooh, it's got a message. We gotta speed it up. We gotta start chugging. Anyway, today I'm going to show you how I plan out my outlining schedule for the semester. How I fit in on top of all my readings and other things to do outlining, because a lot of people have asked me, oh well, how do you find the time to outline on top of reading and all of that? You need to plan ahead and you need to kind of fit it into your schedule where you can before you even start the outlining process. I haven't started outlining yet.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
I'm going to start hopefully either today or tomorrow, but I want to at least plan out and put it in my calendar so it's written down and kind of give myself artificial deadlines to get shit done. So that's what I'm going to show you right now. First, I pull out my syllabus and then I get my planner open so we can start planning out when we are going to outline. Here I opened up my calendar to the monthly view, which I'm going to leave it there for right now. And then we'll go over to my syllabus. And this is where we need to find out how many broad topics are there. Each professor organizes their class differently, but for example, let's use my secure transaction syllabus. Here, I'm just going to highlight so you can see clearly what I'm talking about. Lesson 1, which is chapter 1, collecting debts generally. So that's going to be one topic. Then it's attachment of security interests is topic 2. Again, we have that here. Again, we have attachment. Going down the line, more attachment. Let's move on. My nose is running. I need to collect my thoughts. And I'm also just like chugging liquids. What is happening? All right. So I went through secure transactions and conflict of laws. Luckily for me, this semester, although I'm taking 5 classes, I only have to make 2 outlines. Secure transactions is a bar course, and meaning it's on the bar exam, and it has a casebook along with my conflict of laws class that's also on the bar exam and has a casebook. I'm saying that because my other classes don't have casebooks to go along with them, so that's why these 2 in particular I am doing outlines for. After I count how many topics there are, I look to my calendar, which I've already put in when the final exams for these classes will be. So I work backwards in a sense. I like to find the day of the final exam, find my last day of class and then set an outline due date. Let me show you what I have here on the calendar. When I opened up to the month of April, it was a little bit terrifying because I have all of these things here. Like, what? Is that real life?
I'm terrified.
Yeah. Okay, so normally we'd be ending in May, but my school decided to rob us of spring break and winter break, so we are ending 2 weeks early. Here I have my last day of law school ever is on the 20th, and I have secure transactions and conflicts of law on Mondays and just Mondays for conflicts and Mondays and Wednesdays for secure transactions. So technically my last day for those classes is going to be the 19th, but that's always a review day. So I'm thinking my last day of substantive reading due is going to be on the 14th. So, and the 12th for conflicts. While all things are said and done, I'm setting my outline due date to the 17th, which is a Saturday. And, you know, if something comes up, I could technically be finished on the 18th. It's not going to kill me if I'm not 100% done, but we're going to push for the 17th. Once I have that done, I work backwards and I assign time slots to each broad topic. And then I will just work on updating my outline each week up until the 17th of April. I can't. I don't even want April to come. I want to stay a student forever, please. I'm not ready for the real world. Anxiety. Breathe. Today is Thursday. So from the 20th, which is Saturday, we have 8 weeks until my self-imposed outline due date. So each week I am basically going to outline a topic, or if we haven't gotten through that full topic yet, update the outline accordingly. I'm going to do secure transactions 1 week, conflicts the next, and then back to secured transactions. For the month of March, it is basically, that is the setup that I have every other Friday. And then for April is where it gets a little bit different. I have my monthly study schedule for final exams, and so that is what I will be working with in April. But for now, I am just putting in every Friday to update my outlines as I go through the week, and that is it for now. And that's how I plan my outlining schedule. So I like to plan backwards. I always have. I've done this during undergrad when I had 6 research papers to write for the semester, and when I had to figure out how I was going to manage outlining on top of all of my reading and other obligations. And it does work. It helps me break out outlining into smaller, manageable steps, and it makes it easier just to like plan enough time in between those steps so I have a better chance of finishing my outline by my self-imposed outline due date, if that makes sense. I hope that was helpful for you guys, and I wrote a blog post about how I outline, which I will link in the description box below. I've also done a couple TikToks on it, so I will link those in the description box as well. And it's about time for another juice and some coffee, so let's go do that. This is the juice I'm gonna drink next, and it's definitely my least favorite. And when I did this over the summer, I would always save this one until dinner. I'm not doing that this time. I'm I'm gonna get it out of the way because I really don't want to have that as my dinner juice. I don't know why I did it like that. I still have, this is my third juice, so I still have 3 more and it's 3:30. So I gotta get drinking. To chug that single espresso because your girl is struggling. This single shot is bitter. I have a meeting for my corporate law society at 6:30. I am going to work on some MBE practice questions, approximately 20 of them. If I finish those quickly, then I'll start reading for my secure transactions class on Monday, but we'll see what happens. Cue time lapse. Okay guys, it's 6:15. I'm hungry. I might have some raw broccoli. You're allowed to have raw vegetables if you're really feeling like you want to eat food. And I really think that I'm only feeling this way because it's about to be that time of the month for me. I think like on Saturday. I don't know who planned this. Who planned this? We need to talk to their supervisor. Oh, I'm the supervisor. I planned this. Well, I guess there's nothing we can really do about it then. Yay. I want cheese. Help. Send help. Bring me my last juice.
Where's the last one?
It's in the fridge. It's about 7:45 and I'm on my final juice. I was so hungry before. It's going away slowly. I'm also watching Law & Order SVU and that just always makes me happy. And I will see you guys tomorrow for juice day 2. Hello everyone. It's 6:30. Whoops. Actually, yeah, I just kicked something. It's 6:36. I've been juicing all day, but I've also been cleaning and going through my closet. But believe it or not, this has been an extremely productive day. I cleaned my makeup brushes, my vanity. I look a hot mess, so please just ignore that. And now I'm working on getting my closet situated because it's been just not that clean in here. So I figured I needed to spend some time. And also I just have a lot of clothes that I haven't put away, so things are just like empty. But I've been so focused today that I forgot to vlog. And honestly, sometimes when I vlog, I find that I'm not as productive because I'm constantly worrying about filming everything that I'm doing. So I took a moment and I banged out 3 quizzes. I feel so much more energized than I did yesterday. And this is how I felt the first time on my cleanse, and I'm happy that I'm back to that. And so I will continue with my juicing for the remainder of the evening and figuring out what to do with all these clothes. And tomorrow I will finally be outlining. So stay tuned because I'm showing you all of my little tricks and tips. What a long day. I put on a face mask. Couldn't tell. I got all cozy. Got my blanket. Have my iPad and casebook because it's time to outline. I am a little bit tired, but I do want to just go through a quarter maybe of the first topic that I need to outline. So I'm gonna just share with you how I kind of start outlining and what my process is. So here is my outline. It's what I like to call my skeleton outline. To get this, I take my class syllabus and the casebook, open up to the table of contents, and fill out all of the main headings on my syllabus and match them up to the headings in the table of contents. And I also add in at this point any of the cases. The next thing that I'm going to do is grab my notes, which this semester I am keeping in GoodNotes. Go back to the beginning. And this is where I'm going to fill out what I like to call the meat of my outline. I always start with my class notes because that is really where you're going to find the rules, and that is where probably the most important information that you're going to need for the exam will be, because your professor writes the exam, so what they say in class is the most important. Of course, what you pick out of the casebook is important as well, but the professor writes the exam, so they're not going to include everything in the casebook, but what they do mention or include in class that might be on the test. So you want to make sure that what you write in your notes goes into your outline, but you don't want your outline to be your class notes written again. So I think during 1L that was my biggest issue. I couldn't figure out how to structure my outline and what to put in it from my class notes. To make this easier for you guys, I'll use a 1L class to kind of put an example out there of what I put into my outlines. So say for contracts, the first section you might go over is contract formation. So you sit down, you start outlining. Your first topic is contract formation. Then if you're doing your traditional outline, Roman numeral, and then you indent and there's a little A, you're going to put offer. Under offer, you're going to have the definition of what an offer is with the elements and basically any exceptions to that rule and any cases that you've gone over in class that highlight and illustrate offer. For cases, I only include the holding and maybe a couple of sentences about the reasoning that the court used and a couple of key facts of the case that have to do with the reasoning. It shouldn't be a lot, just a little blurb will do. After I go through all of my notes, if there are any gaps, I'll go to my supplement and just double check to make sure I got all the black letter law, and that's it. I go through that every single week up until my outline due date, and then I use that outline to study for finals. Before I go into the final exam, I do one last thing, which is cut out the bullshit. Basically, I condense my outline because there's no point of going into a final with 50 to 100 page outline. Honestly, it's probably not even worth going to a final with a 30-page outline. That's way too much. And if you need all of that, then you're probably not going to do well in the exam, and you're probably not even going to finish the exam because you'll be too busy flipping through the outline like a crazy person. So before the final, I cut down my outline significantly. And first I just go through the outline, I reread it. Once I do that, I could kind of realize what I don't know, which is where you kind of want to be. Right before the test, you know, a week or two out, you want to know what you don't know, so then you can review that information. And then I create an attack outline. It's a condensed version of your outline. Usually 1 page, sometimes 2 if it's a 4-credit class and you have a lot of stuff. So it kind of acts like a checklist for your issues. And for my civil procedure class, I used an attack outline, and I found it was extremely helpful. It included the steps for personal jurisdiction and a few other analysis that I thought that might come up on the exam. So that's what I do. Of course, you should always do what works for you. There are so many ways to outline out there. I, of course, as a 3L, have found that this way has been the most efficient for me. And finding time to outline, you just kind of need to fit it in where you can. Normally I would be watching TV right now and just scrolling on Instagram or TikTok, but I am sitting here getting ready to start outlining. And that's what law school is. You have to sacrifice. You're not going to always be able to just lay around and do nothing on the weekends, and unfortunately it is what it is, and it will be worth it in the long run. At least that's what I tell myself. And if you don't feel like it's worth it, then you probably shouldn't even be in law school. Or maybe if you're not in law school yet, that's something you should think about, because you're going to have to give up a lot of your free time, especially when it comes to preparing for final exams. So I hope that was helpful, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'm gonna get to outlining. Okay guys, it is Sunday and I am finished with my cleanse. Thank you, Jesus. I feel a lot better, honestly. My stomach has gone down, no more bloat. I will pop up before and after photos. I don't know if you can see a difference, but I feel a difference, and that's really what matters. And I'm gonna end the vlog here, but I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you have any questions about outlining, just like I said before, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will see you guys next week when we go to Florida.